something I said in 2012. Took you 6 years and a surprise album just to come with a diss.
You to whack me. It's funny but so true. I'd rather be 80-year-old me than 20-year-old you.
And I was there for 2 days and we recorded four songs during that time period. While I was there, Josh said something about him and he mentioned Hailie. I see him offended by what he said.
Hailie, what do you want to be when you grow up, baby?
I don't know. But I don't want to grow up to be like Ja Rule's little dirty kid.
So what did you say about his daughter that got him so mad? What did you say?
You know what I said.
That she's hot.
You have to admit you was out of line for that.
She was
15, 16.
Some lines in rap cross the limit, and dissing Eminem's daughter, that's not just a diss, that's a death wish, because Eminem doesn't play with her.
Talk about my mother all you want, talk about my wife, talk about whatever you want to say. The one thing that I hold sacred to me is my little girl.
Every rapper who tried paid the price, from Ja Rule, who decided to diss Eminem's mom and daughter.
You claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a known so what's Hailie gonna be when she grows up?
To MGK, who went after Hailie.
I think my dad's gone crazy. Yeah, Hailie, you right. Dad's always mad, cooped up in the studio, yelling at the mic.
As well as The Game, who also decided to go hard at Hailie.
And Hailie's with me, and she's unharmed for now.
These are the times rappers dared to diss Eminem's family and instantly regretted it.
You just diss me, I'm perplexed. Insult me in a line, compliment me on the next. Damn, with your corny lines. Slim your roll, Al Kelly, ooh, but I'm 45 and I'm still out selling you.
Let's dive in deeper. You might be asking yourself, why would anyone talk trash about Eminem's daughter? In the rap scene, there are times when artists clash verbally, and these clashes are known as beefs. Rappers throw shade at each other to prove they're superior or just to grab some headlines. However, there's a general understanding that families should be off limits. It's like a code of conduct. But some folks ignored that and went after Hailie. Not a smart move.
Talk about my mother all you want, talk about my wife, talk about whatever you want to say. The one thing that I hold sacred to me is my little girl.
Hailie is, whether she's with me or not, she's with me every day. And like, she has been my main source of drive and motivation.
Eminem's brutal disses are legendary, and younger fans probably remember his epic showdown with Machine Gun Kelly from 2018. But before that drama unfolded, there was another rapper who felt the sting of Eminem's sharp words. In the early 2000s, Eminem was in a heated diss track feud with Ja Rule, and what's intriguing is that their rivalry was kind of passed down. So it turns out that 50 Cent was the reason for the feud, no thanks to his rocky past with Ja Rule. Ja was pretty upset that Eminem and Dr. Dre decided to sign 50, so he took shots at Eminem in some of his tracks. The tension really ramped up between 2002 and 2003, after Eminem released Hail Mary featuring 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes, poking fun at Ja Rule's style. Ja decided to escalate things. In his song Loose Change, he went too far for many hip-hop fans by dragging family into the feud. Ja Rule made some really disrespectful references to Eminem's young daughter Hailie, and also took shots at Eminem's ex-wife Kim, along with throwing shade at Dr. Dre.
You claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a known so what's Hailie gonna be when she grows up?
Eminem was used to dissing people, given his roots in rap battles, but Ja really hit a nerve by targeting his then-girlfriend Kim and his daughter Hailie, hitting below the belt. Ja Rule had dropped a line in his song that dissed Hailie and Kim, Eminem's ex-girlfriend. Eminem didn't hold back with his reply. In The Conspiracy Freestyle, he wasted no time in showing that bringing up his daughter was a huge misstep. But that was just the beginning. In Hailie's Revenge, Do Re Mi, featuring D12 and Obi Trice, he unleashed his full lyrical power. The song took direct aim at Ja Rule's disrespect, with M firmly stating that his family is off limits. Hailie, what do you want to be when you grow up, baby? The song opens with Eminem asking his daughter, I don't know, but I don't want to grow up to be like Ja Rule's little dirty kids, Hailie replies.
Hailie, what do you want to be when you grow up, baby?
I don't know. But I don't want to grow up to be like Ja Rule's little dirty kid.
During his early days in the music scene, Ja faced a lot of criticism from fans and the media for supposedly imitating the iconic style of Tupac. Eminem took the chance to throw shade about this in his track Hailie's Revenge. You on Pax D, you a replica guy. If he was still alive, you would never get by. All you do is cry, B, keep it real. Life is more than imitating and eating pills, he wrote. The beef carried on with tracks like Toy Soldiers, where Eminem looked back on the conflict and its effects. By 2003, it was pretty clear to most hip-hop fans that Eminem had come out on top while Ja Rule's career struggled to bounce back from the whole situation. Looking back, a lot of industry veterans see this beef as a warning sign. highlighting that bringing up Hailie is a line that should never be crossed, no matter how intense a rap battle gets. These days, he's more known for his failed music festival than his music. Fans believe that the rivalry between Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem kicked off back in 2012 when Kelly made a remark about Eminem's daughter Hailie Jade, saying she was attractive, despite her being only 16 at the time while MGK was 22. I have to say she's hot as F, in the most respectable way possible, cause M is king.
So what did you say about his daughter that got him so mad?
Yeah.
What did you say?
You know what I said.
That she's hot.
She's
You
hot.
have to admit you was out of line for that.
She
She was
for that
15,
too,
16.
Fans initially believed Eminem had brushed off the comment, but it turns out he was holding on to a lot of resentment behind the scenes. MGK later insisted he was actually giving a compliment, not being rude. In 2015, Eminem banned the Midnight in the Switchgrass actor from his Shade 45 radio station and supposedly wanted an apology. MGK reportedly claimed this incident resulted in him being blackballed in the music industry. The tension was mostly simmering beneath the surface until 2018, when Eminem dropped his surprise album Kamikaze. In the song Not Alike, he took a direct shot at MGK, bringing up the remark about his daughter and showing that he still remembered it. And I'm talking to you, but you already know who the F you are, Kelly, and show as F, don't sneak this, but keep commenting on my daughter.
And I'm talking to you, but you already know who the f you are, Kelly. And sure as don't sneak this, but keep commenting on my daughter.
When Eminem made his comments, MGK wasted no time and fired back with Rap Devil, which was a direct jab at Eminem's rap god. In the song, MGK called out Eminem's age, questioned his relevance, and even touched on his sobriety, all while suggesting that Eminem had been trying to ruin his career for years because of the Hailie remark. I think my dad's gone crazy. Yeah, Hailie, you right. Dad's always mad cooped up in the studio, yelling at the mic.
Yeah, Hailie, you right. Dad's always mad cooped up in the studio, yelling at the mic.
On his own part, Eminem, during a chat with Sway, shot down the idea that his feud with Kelly started because of comments about his daughter.
You also, in this album, you went in on MGK. You guys had a discrepancy. What's the shit with that? What happened?
Well, the shit is, just for the record, the thing that was going on that he was saying about my daughter, I didn't even know about that.
He explained that the real reason he went after Kelly was that he wasn't a fan of Kelly calling himself the greatest rapper alive.
The reason that I dissed him is because he got on. First when he said, I'm the greatest rapper alive.
Eminem also mentioned that Kelly accused him of trying to sabotage his career, but he made it clear that he wasn't concerned about Kelly's career at all. However, Eminem fired back with Kill Shot, a song that took apart MGK's points piece by piece, while asserting his dominance in the rap scene.
Your corny lines, slim your roll out, Kelly, ooh, but I'm 45 and I'm still outselling you.
It quickly turned into one of the biggest hip-hop hits on YouTube, racking up millions of views within just a day.
Insult me in a line, compliment me on the next. Damn, I'm really sorry you want me to have a heart attack.
Eminem didn't hold back when he seemingly referenced MGK's daughter, Casey Colson Baker, an apparent response to MGK's earlier comments about Hailie. Given that MGK first took aim at Eminem's daughter, it was only a matter of time before M clapped back.
Here's that autograph for your daughter. I wrote it on a starter cap.
Eminem took shots at Kelly, calling him talentless, and claiming there are way better rappers out there than him. He even mentioned that MGK isn't even part of the discussion. Their beef has really heated up over the years, and now Eminem has gone after Kelly again on his album, Music to be Murdered by Side B.
Do it wrong, but what's the what you speak? Feel like I'm in a zone, I'm in a whole different league.
This beef wasn't as centered on Hailie as past feuds, but it's interesting to note that it all started with remarks about Eminem's daughter. Once again, stepping over that line turned out to be a big deal for MGK, with a lot of fans thinking he ended up on the losing side, even though he dropped a pretty decent diss track with Rap Devil. After that, MGK shifted gears to a pop-punk vibe, and some fans even joked that Eminem's reply pushed him right out of rap music. Another notable instance of a rapper bringing up Hailie comes from The Game, who used to be part of Aftermath and had strong ties with Dr. Dre and 50 Cent's G-Unit. This adds an intriguing twist to the beef, especially considering The Game's past links to Eminem's circle. In August 2022, The Game made headlines by highlighting his exclusion from the Super Bowl LVI performance, which featured Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem, as well as his ongoing feud with Eminem. Apparently, Honestly, the beef between the Game and Eminem has been simmering for quite a while. At first, the Game looked up to Eminem as a major influence, but things took a turn when his ties with 50 Cent and G-Unit started to fall apart around 2005, leading to some friction with the whole Shady Aftermath crew. The rivalry kicked off in March 2022 when the Game challenged Eminem's place in today's music scene, arguing that he was a better rapper than the guy from 8 Mile.
I used to think Eminem was better than me.
What you saying right now? Game, you don't want to go versus against
Yes,
Eminem.
I do. What do you mean? Yeah, I do. What you mean?
A few months down the line, the Game took another shot at Eminem, questioning when anyone had actually heard him in a club. He also asked if anyone had ever heard Eminem in a locker room. While he wasn't trying to downplay Eminem's impact, he pointed out that he just doesn't hear Eminem's music out in the streets. To make things even more interesting, the Game decided to bring Eminem's 26-year-old daughter Hailie into the conversation. For a long time, the Game steered clear of taking shots at Eminem, even while he was dissing 50 Cent and Dr. Dre in his tracks. But everything shifted in August 2022 when he dropped The Black Slim Shady, a nearly 10-minute diss track that went straight for Eminem. The Game takes inspiration from Eminem's biggest hits, matching his flow and touching on his pop culture moments while also throwing lots of shade at him. The track kicks off with a skit featuring an Uber driver, who turns out to be Matthew, the younger sibling of the main storyteller from Eminem's Stan. In this scene, Matthew isn't really into Eminem's latest stuff. As the song progresses, it takes jabs at Eminem's struggles with addiction while also addressing his past issues with cultural appropriation, especially considering his fashion sense and his connections with black artists. He notably calls out 50 Cent, with whom he's had a back-and-forth rivalry for the last 17 years.
I'ma give him one. I came to put Slim in the box, but he already live in one.
Dr. Dre, Eminem's daughter Hailie, his ex-wife Kim, his parents, and his manager Paul Rosenberg all get a shout-out. The Game also said that Big Sean was once considered the best rapper from Detroit. This diss stood out mainly because of when it dropped. It was during a time when Eminem wasn't really in a feud with the Game or his crew. The track felt unexpected, and the Game later shared that he thought Eminem was overrated and shielded from any real criticism in the music scene. The track stirred up a lot of debate for a bunch of reasons. The Game not only poked fun at Eminem's style and challenged his status in hip-hop, but he also dropped several mentions of Hailie. At one point, he even raps about which a lot of fans felt was way out of bounds. Sometime later, a boxer, Peter Quillen, shared some throwback pics of Hailie on Facebook, including a bikini shot with the caption, "Eminem's daughter Hailie then and now. She's 26 now." The Game chimed in with a comment asking, "Can she rap?" And that really took off, especially among Eminem's fans. One fan would respond to him saying, "Yeah, she can rap better than the trash you put on The Black Slim Shady. You are desperate for attention, bro, going after girls. No wonder 50 kicked you out of G-Unit. Be glad that Dre and 50 gave you a spotlight and the check still comes in for those record, because your ain't going gold ever anymore." Eminem took a different approach with the Game compared to his responses to Ja Rule, Benzino, or MGK by not directly addressing the diss track. Fans of hip-hop had mixed reactions to this silence. Some thought it meant Eminem was brushing the Game off as unworthy of his attention, while others believed he might be plotting a killer comeback. Industry experts pointed out that the Game's album, Drillmatic Heart vs. Mind, which featured the diss, didn't do well commercially, landing at number 12 on the Billboard 200 before dropping off quickly. This led to chatter that the Game's strategy of dissing Eminem might have backfired, not bringing the buzz or respect he was hoping for. Eminem's ongoing silence adds an intriguing layer to this feud, hinting that he might have changed his approach when it comes to disses involving his daughter. It seems he's realized that engaging with disrespectful comments could just give them more attention, allowing them to linger longer in the public eye. There was another interesting beef involving Hailie that came from Nick Cannon, but this one had a twist since it was linked to Eminem's rumored fling with Mariah Carey, who eventually became Cannon's wife. The drama kicked off around 2001 when Eminem claimed he and Mariah had a thing going on, which Mariah has always denied. After she tied the knot with Nick Cannon in 2008, Eminem kept bringing her up in songs like Bagpipes from Baghdad from his 2009 album Relapse.
Locked in Mariah's wine cellar, all I had for lunch was bread wine, more bread wine.
In response, Mariah dropped her track Obsessed, where she dressed up like Eminem in the music video, although she insisted it wasn't aimed at him.
Why you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know.
Eminem then fired back with The Warning, making some pretty bold claims about their supposed relationship.
Only reason I dissed you in the first place, It's cause you did not see me. Now I'm pissed off.
Things seemed to cool off until 2019 when Nick Cannon stirred the pot again on TEOS podcast, saying he wanted to confront Eminem about his remarks on Mariah. Not long after, Eminem mentioned both Cannon and Mariah in Fat Joe's song Lord Above. Cannon fired back with several diss tracks like The Invitation and Pray for Him. In The Invitation, he went too far by mentioning Hailie and implying that Eminem wasn't a great dad. Although Eminem didn't drop a full diss track in reply, he did call out Cannon on Twitter and later referenced him in songs like No Regrets and Zeus from his Music to be Murdered by albums. This feud was especially significant because it lasted for years and involved different players. Still, most hip-hop fans felt that Cannon's move to use Hailie against Eminem was not only ineffective, but also crossed a line in battle rap. It's crucial to understand why mentions of Hailie resonate so deeply with Eminem. Throughout his journey, he's made it clear that his daughter is his biggest source of motivation and inspiration. From earlier hits like Hailie's song and Mockingbird to newer tracks like Castle and A Rose, Eminem has always shown his love for her and his wish to shield her from the downsides of his fame.
Stiffen that up, pull it up, little lady. I told ya, daddy's here to hold ya.
Hailie was born on December 25th, 1995, during a time when Eminem was still trying to make it as an artist. He's shared stories about working low-paying jobs to provide for her and how her presence fueled his ambition to succeed in music. In many interviews, he's emphasized that keeping Hailie safe and happy was his main drive during the tough early days of his career. This background sheds light on why he reacts so intensely when other artists bring her up in their disses. She symbolizes not just his family, but the core of his motivation as an artist.
I'm just sorry you were there and had to witness it firsthand, cause all I ever wanted to do was just make you proud.
These events have really shaped hip-hop culture and the unspoken rules of rap battles. Personal attacks have always been part of the game, but the Eminem situation, especially the one with Ja Rule, made it clear that kids should be off limits. Hip-hop journalists and cultural critics have pointed out how these feuds, particularly those involving Hailie, have defined what's acceptable in rap beefs. Eminem's intense reactions serve as cautionary tales that have influenced how other battles unfold. It's interesting to see that many rappers who brought up Hailie ended up facing major career setbacks, whether it was directly because of Eminem's responses or not. Ja Rule saw his career take a nosedive, Benzino lost his spot at the Source, MGK switched to a different genre, and Nick Cannon's rap career never really took off in the hip-hop scene. This trend has created a strong belief in hip-hop that mentioning Eminem's daughter is not only ethically sketchy, but could also ruin your career. As one hip-hop commentator put it, going after Hailie is basically asking Eminem to end your whole career. Eminem is definitely one of the top rappers out there, and he's got a fierce loyalty to his loved ones. When someone throws shade at his daughter, he doesn't just get angry. He crafts some killer lyrics to strike back. Seriously, his words hit hard and can really take someone down. He's always been super protective of his family. After everything he's faced, he understands how crucial it is to shield those he cares about. So when guys like Ja Rule, Benzino, or MGK decide to trash talk Hailie, Eminem isn't the type to just brush it off. He comes out swinging and he doesn't hold back. Eminem's diss tracks are like a rap tutorial. He mixes clever wordplay with sharp jabs and powerful beats to dismantle his rivals. And when it comes to defending his family, he goes all out. He makes sure that anyone who messes with his daughter knows they messed up. These confrontations have played a big role in defining the unspoken rules of hip-hop battles and have given us a glimpse into Eminem as both an artist and a dad. His commitment to defending his daughter, even as she's grown up, is a recurring theme in his dynamic career. If there's one takeaway from all these conflicts, it's this. You can critique Eminem's music, style, or legacy, but if you bring up his daughter, you're asking for a reaction that few can handle.